All right, he's getting set to follow up a terrific season for the San Francisco 49ers, courtesy of Applebee's. In advance of taking on the Jets on Monday Night Football to kick off Week 1, he is quarterback Brock Purdy. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Doing great. Thanks for having us, and excited to kick off the season with Applebee's, man. They're the official grill and bar partner with the NFL. So, man, hopefully we can throw some touchdowns on Monday night and
There you go.
serve up some 50-cent boneless wings, man. Let's
Look
go.
at you. Look at you. Look at you dropping all those lines there. You're a professional. You are a total pro. Look at you.
You got to take pride in your craft, man. You know,
That's
trying to perfect it.
You only know one speed. You absolutely only know one speed when it comes to all that. All right, so we'll just we'll leave the Applebee's for a second and absolutely return to it because I do want to know more about that. So do all my friends. That's for sure. They probably want to know more about that than what's going on with you, maybe, but not me. So you are now a married man, right? Is that how your off season kind of kicked off? Right? You got married?
Sure. Yeah, 2 weeks after the Super Bowl, got married, and
Jeez.
went on our honeymoon. So yeah, it's been a fast off season. I've done a lot, but yeah, my marriage has been great. Got to marry my best friend, and you know, her and I are just doing life together now. So it's been good.
That is cool. Now, so you weren't planning for a wedding during the Super Bowl, were you, Brock? You weren't. You delegated, I imagine, right, on that front?
Yeah, I mean, she did a lot of the planning, yes, but I mean, obviously she liked my input here and there and stuff. So, you know, I was studying up for the Chiefs and the Super Bowl, and also, you know, in the back of my mind, knowing that, all right, these are the kind of flowers that we need for the wedding.
Yeah, really? Are you serious? That was happening?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Throughout the season and stuff, we did a lot of the planning, and then the week of the Super Bowl, like obviously we're getting ready for the game, but
Yes, of course.
knowing that the most important day of our life was coming up as well, so we were excited about it. It's a good time in life.
Because you know, normally guys 2 weeks before a wedding would have a bachelor party in Las Vegas, not play a Super Bowl, quarterback a Super Bowl in Vegas. You're aware of that, right, Brock? Correct.
Exactly. So, I mean, we had to make some changes, obviously, for my wedding party. You know, I think they all knew what I was doing, but it ended up being good. Great wedding.
Okay. So did who from the team showed up? Like, did Kittle get messy there, or what happened at the Purdy nuptials? No,
I had a couple guys, like my roommate and some other guys, but I didn't have the big name guys come. It was more about Jenna and her day and everything. And I told the guys that ahead of time, but you know, obviously it's nothing but love with my teammates and everything, but this was Jenna's day.
Okay.
So
all right. Fantastic. Well, congratulations about all that. It looked like, again, Kittle was here and brought this to my attention, saying that you had sort of like Pokemon size thighs now. Like, this is what he was saying. So is that did you get like quads on your registry, and people were getting you quads for your, like, where did the legs come from, Brock? Be straight up with you.
I mean, there was that, and then when you're working out here every day, you see a guy named Nick Bosa work out, and so I sort of took his regimen and of what he does with his legs, and I was like, I think I need to apply that, you know, to my game as a quarterback. So, nah, man, I just went to town on my legs and try to get a strong lower half of the season and help me out with my throws and stuff, and yeah, in the off season, that's just the time to bulk. So
yeah, you clearly did that. So how much bigger are you coming into this season than you have been before, Brock?
Man, I would probably say just a couple more pounds of more muscle mass, and just try to lean out, you know, obviously lean out, cutting fat and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's just where my emphasis was. But, you know, in the off season, everyone comes in looking really good and in shape and stuff. So now it's just a matter of like maintaining it. So, yeah, that's nothing more to it. I'm just trying to be in shape and ready for the season.
Faster? Are you now faster? Have we timed you?
Yeah, I need to race you, man.
No, you don't. No. I decline that invitation. You know, I'm not Noah Lyles. You know what I mean? Like that. That's not happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not happening.
Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten faster or not. I mean, I think I feel quick and I feel good. So it's just it's a matter of game speed. You know, when I'm getting chased down by D lineman or D end, and we'll find out what my GPS is in the game. That's all that matters.
Okay. And so what do you believe you are going to be improved at this season based on what you've prepared and looked at in the past couple of years of your progression, Brock?
I would say just like situational football, man. Like watching, the games back from last year and being in certain situations, whether that was, third and long, second and long, or, staying on the field more consistently or being willing to punt, and looking at those playoff games and what I could have done better. I feel like those are areas where I really looked at pretty hard and just playing quarterback in a more efficient way in situational moments. And so that's something that I sort of harped on. And then obviously, like working on my mobility and my body. Last year I came off a UCL, so this year I was actually able to work on like all components of my body, getting stronger, faster, and more mobile. So put all those things together, and I feel like I've had a real off season and gotten better.
If you don't mind sharing, what in your review of the playoffs did you see and self-scout and say, I can be better at that? You got any specifics you want to share, Brock?
I mean, I think there was just times in, like the Packers game, where, like they were sort of taking away our intermediate to deep shots. And, I was in that game trying to force things downfield and it's like, all right, man, like being willing to, take the check down, stay on the field, getting third and manageable. Detroit, in the first half, there was some plays, same thing where it's, third and long and stuff, and it's being willing to take the check down and punt rather than, I tried forcing one ball and it got tipped and intercepted. And now the defense is in bad field position. It's stuff like that. It's like you got to learn from it. You got to experience those things. But those are areas that I can definitely be better at and learn from.
What about the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl, yeah, still same thing. There's times throughout the game like we get an interception and we're in the plus 50 of going in and scoring and we go 3 and out and it's like on second down. In my eyes, I'm like hard on myself. I'm like, man, I could have hit Ayuk in a tight window to move the chains, but instead I progressed and it ended up being an incomplete pass or something like that. So there's certain plays throughout the games and moments that you can take advantage of and obviously create momentum and run with it. So those are plays that you got to learn from and grow.
Do you think, and again, I know these questions, Brock Purdy here on the Rich Eisen Show, are paparazzi type questions, media type questions, where we work in the narrative business, and yours is that you are still needing to get into that elite level, and you taking your team to the Super Bowl and performing as well as you did, and going into the extra period, going into overtime against the Chiefs and getting points on the board. Do you feel you've answered questions about you, Brock? Do you feel that way?
I mean, honestly speaking, like I don't, buy into, the world's narrative of, who I am and who I am as a quarterback and all that kind of stuff. For me, what matters most is, having the trust and respect of the guys in this organization and in this building. My teammates, my coaches, everyone who runs this organization, they see me on the day-to-day basis of how I work, how I prepare, and going out and winning games. That's all that matters. And so that's what my focus is and what it's on. And if I, listen to everybody else on the outside world and try to please everybody, then I would be drained. I wouldn't be who I am. And so that's where my focus is at. People can say what they want, but at the end of the day, man, I'm just trying to win ball games here with my guys and earn their trust and respect every day. So that's where I'm at with that.
There are members of my profession. You saying you tune them out? That's insulting, Brock. You know what I mean? You tuning out the media.
Sorry, man.
We're talking for a living. How do you not hear us? You're not hearing us?
I mean, no, I hear some stuff here and there. Okay. Debo will be telling me stuff in the locker room.
What do you mean? What do you mean Debo's telling you stuff? What do you mean?
Just stuff throughout the year. Last year, the backwards hat dilemma. I don't know if you remember hearing about that. So Debo came up and he's like, dude, they're saying you can't be a franchise quarterback if you're wearing your hat backwards. I'm like, dang, bro, they're saying that. So I got my news sources in the locker room with some of the guys, but it's all we laugh about it and we know what's real and what matters most.
They're not trying to stoke your flame a little bit, do you think?
I don't think so. I think all the guys like to joke around about stuff and yeah, man, it's a good time.
I don't know. I mean, Kittle, when he was here, told us that when you first showed up to the 49ers, he stuck an Iowa shirt in your locker and you grabbed it and cursed him out, is basically what he said, Brock.
Kittle, nah, dude. He I'm not gonna say anything about George, but I love him, but that is not true. The cursing part. I
Oh,
did throw the shirt and the jersey back at him, all the Iowa gear that he had in my locker, and I was mad. But to say to say that I cursed back at him, I was like, dude, that did not happen. I remember seeing that clip actually. I'm like, what
oh,
the heck, George? I
okay.
did not say that.
What the heck is that? That's the ceiling of your cursing, is what you're saying, Brock.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
it.
sir. I mean,
Okay.
yes, for me, I got to tame the tongue and obviously, what comes out of my mouth, I want to honor the Lord, and that's
Okay.
how I live my life. And so,
Well,
yeah,
I'm just thrilled to hear that you do hear what I'm saying, at least. What's being said here is something
yeah.
that you're paying attention to, right? Did I
No,
pick
what
up on
matters
that?
most, yeah, what matters most with all the media,
Hmm.
whatever Rich Eisen says is true, and I listen to 100% of it every
Oh,
day. Yes, sir.
clip and save that. That's a new drop. Whatever Rich Eisen says
Good
is true.
answer.
Make sure that you get the in point and the out point of that. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds of how we go about our production business here, but Brock Purdy just said the truth. Okay, so let's talk about what you're doing with Applebee's. We started the interview where you were dropping a lot of knowledge. So what is the scoop with you and
Yes, sir.
Applebee's, Brock Purdy? What do
Yeah,
you got?
man, I've teamed up with Applebee's. Like I said, they're the official grill and bar sponsor with the NFL, and so yeah, to start off the season, they got 50-cent boneless wings. You guys can stop in your neighborhood Applebee's and grub up and watch some football. And yeah, growing up, man, after youth football games or little league baseball games, we'd have the whole team and families all go to Applebee's and have a good time. So when they called and wanted to do a partnership, I was like, let's go. So Team Applebee's, baby, let's go.
Team Applebee's, very good. Again, the official grill and bar sponsor of the National Football League. What's going to be going through your mind in the tunnel Monday Night Football, Week 1? You know Rodgers is out there with the Jets. I mean, obviously you've taken on folks like Brady and beaten him. So, I mean, it's no stranger of you to go against first ballot Hall of Fame GOATs. But what is going to be going in through your mind as you get set to step on that field on Monday night against the Jets, Brock?
Yeah, man, I think obviously it's, the first game of the season and it's the first step to, our road and our journey this year as a team. So more than anything, that's what I'm excited about is getting this whole thing kicked off. But yeah, against the Jets on Monday night prime time, that's what every kid dreams of is being able to play on a Monday night game against a guy like, Aaron Rodgers and a great defense in the Jets. So for me, it's about, staying calm and, keeping it simple. It's 11 on 11 football and let's go out there and compete, man. That's all that matters.
Okay, and just to bring it all full circle, you're a married man now. You went to Nick Bosa leg camp, right?
Yep.
On top of it as well, I'm assuming the old roommate's gone, right? That's done. You and the roommate are done, right, Brock? Those days are
Yeah.
over now.
Yes, sir. We once
Okay.
we got married, the wife, sort of had to tell me, no more roommates. So that was it. That was the end of a ride.
Did she basically told you to grow up, Brock? Is that what she basically told you to do? Because it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm married 22 years. My wife tells me that literally every day. So
Yep.
that's fine.
That's just how it goes, man. That's marriage. But you lay down your life for one another
Of course.
and you learn from one another. And so when she told me that the roommate had to go, it was a gut check and it hurt. But you gotta grow up.
And what about all your stuff? Did you bring your stuff, or your stuff is now that's gone too? Because again, just so to give you an idea, 22 years of marriage, I have one chair that I brought to a relationship that's still around. One. That's it.
Okay.
That's it,
Yeah.
Brock. What about you now?
Man, the only thing that I kept was probably the foam roller that's in our room. I have the foam roller I've had since college,
Foam
and
roller.
I won't give it up. But outside of that, man, she cleared out the closet, she organized everything, and
Yep.
feels like I'm living a new life. But it's all good.
Hey, man, let's see how it translates to wins and losses, Brock, right? Let's see how it translates
But
on the field, right?
it'll be good. It'll be good. But I'm excited for it.
Brock, thanks for the time. Greatly appreciate it. Look for more of my calls throughout the year. And, the guys here accuse me of acting like your dad, that you're one of my de facto sons. So everybody back off now. Brock also said that I'm telling the truth all the time. So everybody's got to back off now. Okay?
Hey,
Does that make sense?
Does Brock know you claim him on your taxes?
No. Do you know that, Brock?
Oh, man, I did not. Come on, Rich.
Don't tell him all my secrets.
Sorry
guys.
about that.
Brock, take care of yourself, sir. Thanks for the time. Greatly appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Everybody
Appreciate
check out, you got it. Everybody check out the newest member of Team Applebee's. That is Brock Purdy, the official grill and sponsor of the National Football League through the 49ers quarterback right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Catch The Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.